special Sunday edition of the Atown podcast show. We came on today because we had this special young man who reached out and he wanted to get his message out here amongst all the Atown podcast viewers and listeners today. This young man, he hails from hometown of Anderson, South Carolina, West Side Ram Power alumni. Yeah. We'll be right back in 1 minute with some television discourse going on.
Pushing 85 on them and we're rolling. I got me swerving on these bitches cause they trolling. If you against me, are you with me? It'll show it. I pull a truck up on this bitch and unload it. A-Town, 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 A-Town. X19 is what I'm talking about. Podcast tuning in your town. Yeah, about to show you what the talk's about. A-Town, A-Town, A-Town. Podcast show. We on air and we lit. Tune in, yo. We got the stories, work, grind, and the hustle. Yeah, of the podcast shows, y'all in trouble. A-Town, A-Town, A-Town. Podcast show. Talk flat, conversation with your friends. A-Town podcast, tune in. A-Town, A-Town, A-Town.
All right, we came back like that. Sorry about that. We had to get the TV back on. You know what I'm saying? That's my fault though. So now we want to bring to you guys today none other than this talented young man out here and doing his thing in this community of Anderson. This young man has his own podcast. I think he started a while back, and so we want to talk about some things with him today about what he has going on in the community. Mr. Xavier Smith.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the stage, my man. Thank you for coming on today.
I appreciate you.
All right. Prior to us coming on, live, we had a conversation about some things that you have going on. But I want to talk to you about, like, where you from and how you get involved in doing the things that you're actually doing.
So at first it started with, just being connected with God first.
Okay.
Being able to use that playbook, man, God gave me, and using the skill set I have, of what I already do now, and just applying it to everything that I do now here in Anderson. So being here for Anderson, South Carolina, is just being able to network and just communicate effectively with others to see how you all align together. So,
okay. Yeah, I like that. I like how you put that. You put God in there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
God first, because without God, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not possible. I know people probably look at me and say, but like, man, you always cussing. Well, I don't cuss all the time.
Right.
I like to have fun, but anyway, that's not ain't about me. Not today. So, Mr. Smith, so you went to West Side, right?
I did.
What were some of your best classes or best courses?
When I got to West Side, man, I was just involved in a few things, not a whole lot of stuff, but it did start in the classroom. And there were many courses that I took up in the classrooms for as, just building my education level and, getting to the other parts of my life with sports, and then participating in a little bit of wrestling too while I was at West Side as well, which many probably didn't know about. But, the classroom was always the biggest thing that I thought was important, because I had teachers that pushed me, even my classmates. We was all class clowns, so we ain't gonna act like we were never class clowns, but, that was my biggest thing, was getting my education and then understanding what is next after that. So,
No doubt. Well, I'm going to go back because I forgot a couple of questions prior to this. But so growing up, where you grew up? I mean, how'd you grow up? I mean, where'd you grow up at?
So I grew up here in Anderson, South Carolina, right, literally right here.
Like what side of town? East side, west side?
I was on the west side of town.
Okay.
So I had many family members that grew up on west side, friends, all types of folks that I met on the west side of town. But growing up for me was just like, a nice family. Had a real nice family, not wealthy, But we was big on family time,
Right.
and we was all connected to each other. So one thing we always would say was, family that stay together, family pray together. So it always started with the great grandparents, and it was passed on down to mom and father. So it was pretty much implemented into myself from my family, from the family chain down to my sister and stuff like that. So I think family life was the biggest thing that brought me to where I'm at right now.
No doubt.
Instead of being in the streets or whatnot, I had my family that was riding on me to do real good things. So
That's great. That's great. That's fantastic, man. I think that. Well, I've heard it said before because the dynamic of a family has changed a whole lot since when I was a kid. Growing up, and the way the family structure is now, it's like you may have a grandmama, but she in her 30s. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then you might have a grandchild that may not have a father figure in the home, and with that being missing, especially if it's a young man, that road to success becomes very, 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 very cloudy. You know what I'm saying? So in your life, well, in your work, what is it that you might do to help a young man that may come from that kind of a dynamic or whatever, who may need some counseling or some mentorship?
Well, that's a real good question you asked. So for many that don't know, I do have a mentor business. It's called Kind Mentor. So I am the president and the founder of Kind Mentor.
Okay.
So one of my biggest things is with serving teen males, particularly. I don't like to use the word troubled teens.
Right.
Community at risk. So
Gotcha.
I like to use the at risk phrase because regardless if you're a good child or a bad child, you could be at risk at any point in time in your life. So some of the things that I picked up on is having 5 years of experience of mentorship. Obviously, you know what you're doing, right? So being able to be in the life of these kids is being able to show them, boyhood to adulthood. But first, you have to prepare them for it.
Right.
Because, again, we have teens that's doing whatever they want to. They don't really have a strong household. A lot of them looking for two-parent homes. A lot of them looking for friends in the streets. Some people turn to the streets because of their friends or the impacts of how the demographics of the community look. But what my job is as mentorship is I'm not the affiliated parent.
Right.
But I am some kind of guardian to them.
Right.
So I want to be able to apply some kind of positive impact. I want to be able to show them different career movements, get them around different people, and expose them to different places, spaces, and things. So that's my biggest motive on that, because I know when I was young, I had friends that was had a real good life too as well. But I feel as it was some guidance that we all could have had, or we all could have made it out.
Right.
But it don't always work out like that as well too. So I still pray for them too as well, that what they're doing in their life right now, from the time we was boys, that they can be effective to the little ones that's around them as well. So I still motivate them, and when I still talk to them as well, we break bread. So
No doubt. Okay, good.
Russ said you're a good dude. He lost his necklace and you returned it. He said y'all been down since Wood Month.
what month? Shout out, definitely shout out, man. Good dude, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, Rush. So where did you really get the influence from to actually start on the path that you're actually on now? Like, did it actually just come from growing up the way you grew up, the family structure, or from the church? Like, what took you to that?
I'm gonna laugh on it. It was a mixture.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tackle undergrad.
Okay.
So if it's anybody that is listening, I went to Morris College, so it's HBCU. Shout out to my HBCU too.
Shout out HBCU.
So definitely down in Sumter. It started there.
Okay.
And I will say it started there because I was around a different crowd of people. And what that looked like was people was all over. So meeting people from different cities, states, towns, countries and stuff like that. It was all there because it was a black college.
Right.
So seeing classmates join different organizations and participating in fraternities and sororities and all this kind of stuff that be going on college, the campus, that made me who I was, because I was like, okay, well, I got to a place where I was shy and timid, so I didn't like to talk a lot. So when I got on campus, it was like, you know what, I need to be involved with some organization, because I say I know I have a voice,
Right.
and I say I'm a people person, so like my adaptability around people wouldn't be an issue or wouldn't separate me from anyone. So once I figured out what kind of organizations they was in and the stuff that they were doing, I jumped right along with them.
No doubt.
And started getting into organizations. I played my part,
Right.
because I didn't want to be ahead of the game, but I wanted to use some kind of stewardship where I understood what they was doing and be a sponge and learn from them, and then apply it to what I was going to actually take on with that role in that organization as well. So that was one of the biggest part with college. Then it was, of course, it's God first.
God
too.
first, yeah.
God first, of course. And then it was my family. And then I could say friends was last, because I kind of had to switch up my circle. My circle kind of played their part or ran their course out for a couple of years, and then it's like, I had the stranger step in. The stranger started pouring into me more than you know.
Right.
Then it's like we built a bigger connection within days and months. But the ones I was kicking it with and rocking it with, it was like years of time gone past, but we ain't get nothing done. So that's where it started at.
That's great, man. That's fantastic. I don't want to be funny or anything, but you remind me of
Cool.
Cedric the Entertainer. Real,
Man,
though.
I could
Cedric the
go for
Entertainer,
that,
I feel
man.
because
I could go for that.
because I was here watching. I'm like, man, anytime now you gonna bust out with a little joke or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to say nothing.
Cedric, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Cedric the
man.
Entertainer, bro. But I ain't gonna. So like go back one time.
Okay.
Because I think you said some things a few sentences back, right? But I'm not really getting what really moved you. Like okay, you said college and everything, family, but something had to hit you. Something had to inspire you internally. Like either you saw something. I ain't mean to cuss. I almost did it. But you either saw something or you went through something to make you that made you want to be involved in trying to help and develop these young men through doing what you're doing. Something had to, I mean, I wasn't there, I don't know, but I'm saying, but something had to, some kind of incident had to happen, whether it's internally or external. Something had to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to
so
me.
I mean, I'm glad you broke ice with that. And I will say all this started because of my father. Knowing that my father wasn't there.
Okay. Come on.
I seen mom play one of the biggest roles. Shout out to you, Sheikah Ware. I hope she's watching this right now.
Shout out Miss Ware.
Definitely she was, man, I'm telling you, she played a real big part. She was just so involved in everything from school. She is watching. So she was involved in school, my school stuff, sports stuff, grades, and then she always held me accountable for everything that I did in life. And I always heard her tell me, she was just like, you get yourself in any kind of trouble, just know, don't call me. So, and when she used to tell me that's when it finally clicked. Like it really clicked then. But my dad was another piece that I was missing because my dad was there, but my dad had other competing responsibilities. Right. But at the same time, I was craving the relationship, and I seen others that was around me that was one having a relationship with their father or hearing from their father, but I couldn't. So just growing up, and I was seeing that there was something that was competitive, right? And it was kind of beating me up in the inside. I say, you know what? If I know my dad is not present, then I'ma still follow his footsteps of how he carried himself around others. Right. Dad was very quiet. A very cool person. He always liked to laugh, joke, smile, all that kind of stuff. So it was always in me to do that. So as I got older, it was like, you know what? When I get around others, show that same joy.
No doubt.
You know,
no doubt.
have the same care.
Right.
And I really do believe in fairness when I get around anyone. I'm not a perfect person, but I always believe that fairness will take you a long way in life. So that's what kind of started at.
Cause I knew,
yeah.
Cause I could tell when you came in the door just now. Cause I don't know you, you don't even know me, but you came in the door, and I kind of like maybe felt something powerful about you. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And don't do that sir thing. Now. I feel old
I'm so
already,
used
but
to it.
don't.
Look, I'm so used to it, man.
It's cool. I respect it, but come on, we don't.
Got you. It's cool.
But but I felt like you had something in you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You had something on you. Feel me?
Got you.
So it's and for you to be out here with your nonprofit, well, you're working for a nonprofit,
And then got a nonprofit.
They have a nonprofit.
Yes.
See, it means that you actually caring about people.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Because when you giving your time, that shows that you're caring about people and that you really, really love people. And see, that love, I think, has to come from the Most High. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Family, your mama already love you. Your mom got, your mama got you.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you believe it or not, I mean, I don't know how your father, I know how you and your father were,
Mm-hmm.
but your father's, he loved you too. You know what I'm saying? So, give your father a shout out too, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I can't give him a shout out because he ain't physically here. He passed away 2 years ago. In September, so I will say I know he's watching me, and I know that he know that I'm doing really great things. So he's not physically here, so
That's
I
what's
will
up,
say that I will give that acknowledgement
right
from the heaven gate. So yeah,
That's what's up, man. Well, see, it's as long as you acknowledge it, bro. You feel me? I mean, because a lot of us sometimes we hold stuff in. We hold that grudge. I ain't say you hold a grudge, but we'll hold something in to the fact that we may not have agreed with, especially for me, with how I grew up. And I might just take that, and I might sometimes I accept it, and then sometimes I just say the hell with it. I ain't gonna focus on that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But I know that's another subject. But look though, so let's get into a Morris Brown again. I mean not Morris Brown, but Morris College. My bad. I had to ran that down earlier. But Morris Brown, one of them.
You see, it all runs a line together.
So, you leave Anderson, you get to Morris College. Mm-hmm. Let's go back one time. You wrestle, you play football. Mm-hmm. Could you really, really wrestle?
Yeah, I wasn't the best.
Well, I was, I was the West Side. I was one of the best at West Side.
But I was with some head honchos.
Okay.
That was out there. I didn't do it for a very long time.
Okay.
But that was something that I wanted to do right after football season. So it gave me something else to do. But,
right.
I did my best.
Okay, but that's good.
I did my best.
Football. Talk to me.
Man, loved it. Loved the game of football. I played all of C-team, varsity, JV. But I played with some good brothers, man. And I hope they watching too, man. I played with some real good studs, elite players, man, that I know that done possibly went next level,
right,
or made it to the college league or whatnot, and still playing in college now,
right.
But yeah, we did our thing on the field. We seen some teams. They gave us a match, and I met some of those guys as well too, and they at the next level too as well. So football was always my thing. I played it when I was young too. So
well, that's great. So would you probably make the assumption that playing sports kind of help you align yourself to where you are now? Because when you are family's a team, you know what I'm saying, that's the dynamic. And then being on a team, that's a whole nother family dynamic, team dynamic, whatever. And now you over here in the mentorship, which is family dynamic also. I mean, you building a family. I mean, that young person that looks up to you as their mentor, you become their family.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If I'm wrong, now fix me.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nah. True.
So do you think that sports kind of like helped you make that transition over?
Sports had a part in it, but I won't say that it pushed me into what I was doing.
Right.
It just gave me extra motivation. And pretty much with a sports team, that word family gonna be thrown around a lot. So when I looked at the people that I was around and, you know, the brotherhood, they gave me a sense of humor. You know, just being able to talk to them when things are going on or I'm down.
Right.
Or if they just feel like I'm not myself, I know they going to come to me.
Right.
And be like, hey, you okay? Like, what's going on? Or if they know how I usually act and I'm not just being myself in general, like they going to come to me automatically. So the family portion was always going to be something that I was going to always take with me and run with it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you wanna tell the viewers like what it is that you actually do?
Yes. So I wear many hats. For people that don't know, I wear a lot of hats. So first and foremost, again, Kind Mentor is my nonprofit business. Again, founder and CEO. I do have a podcast that's called Incredible Convo Podcast. Many of my viewers, they probably watching as well. But ICP is pretty much like a acronym for just being able to get connected with others, and just hearing the inspiring stories. Because usually when you start a podcast or you have a podcast, you know, everybody have a different niche of like what they talking about. But our focus was going to be all around the things that was going on in life. So some of the topics that we talked about was like wellness and nutrition. Or we'll just talk about like home life, or we talk about our spiritual journeys.
Right.
Things like that. We wasn't all over the place, but we had different topics that was chosen. And, you know, we found some real good people that would come on the show as a guest, and they were let loose. Like, you don't know what they might be going through, but they were let loose.
Right.
So Incredible Convo Podcast was definitely a safe space for people to be themselves. My working professional as of right now, I work for the Upstate Fatherhood Coalition.
Okay.
Anderson office.
There you go.
But we are statewide. So we are across the lower counties, PD counties, Midlands area. And pretty much what we do with at the Upstate Fatherhood Coalition is working with dads and families since it's fatherhood centric. And any of our dads that come through our program, they either court bounded, or they from the court systems, or they from DSS. So our biggest connectors are DSS, and then our court systems. And then if they choose to come in through the program, they'll come in through walk-in, or they just self-refer themselves because they need their help.
Right. Right.
So pretty much what the services that we do involve ourselves with is if anybody is looking for any services around like establishing and modifying visitation orders or custody orders, we help with that. We also offer like mediation services, post-secondary services, expungement. So like if somebody have like a rep sheet and they need their record expunged, we can help them with filling out that expungement application, and, you know, just showing them the processing part of it, because most people don't know whenever you have a record, it is some kind of programs where they can do free expungements,
Right.
just depending on how big the felony or the misdemeanor is,
Right.
or, you know, they depending on how many charges on there, they might expunge it for free. So those are services that we offer on top of other ones. So we just try to be a help to these dads, and we know how important a father is in their kid's life. Not knocking the mothers, but dads need to be more available.
You know.
Kiki say her son need that service. How does she reach out to you?
So she can reach out to me when we end the show. She can reach out to me via Messenger. She can message me, or I can, you know, share my email or contact.
Yeah, you did that with the end of the show. You want to?
Okay. So yeah, if she want to reach out to me, she can reach out to me at XAVIER Smith at upstatefathers.org, or she can contact me at 864-603-7004. So those are two ways that she can reach out to me as well.
That's what's up, man. Because, bro, I didn't know you was working with. I had no idea what the hell you did. You feel me? Because I didn't.
Yes.
You told me on the phone you nonprofit working out. Okay, cool. I didn't know you worked for Upset, because we had a situation with them years back.
Okay.
The Greenville branch, the Greenville office.
Yes.
And they were some good cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And because you know, the first movie that we made was called Child Support.
Ah,
And
interesting.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
came from a real life, based on some real life events. That yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy, man.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the some of the stories that are out here that now I'm gonna get personal now because I didn't know you worked at Upstate Fatherhood Coalition.
Okay.
Some of the men out here. Well, first of all, the government sucks. The way the government, the bureaucratic red tape is, how they push families apart.
Yep.
You know, that name with that title of child support, it's a derogatory motherfucking term.
Yeah.
Now I'm finna get real now because I hate that shit. You understand me?
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm not mad at you or anything. But I feel like that term pushes people. It pushes the mother against the father, and the child is like left out. You know what I'm saying? That's the dynamic that I see because I've experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking from far over that way. I'm talking because I went through it.
Right.
I know all about that. So but I'm gonna get into it now because that's another situation. But
Okay.
when you mentoring some of these children or mostly these young men, how many? I mean, what kind of stories do you hear where these children how much they miss their father, and how much they've been how much their fathers have been mischaracterized or misrepresented. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I know it's there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna bash women. I'm not gonna bash mothers because my mom was a good mother, and I know a lot of my baby mama's a good mother and everything too. But some women don't give that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. So I will break the ice like this. Trauma that's not treated is transferred. So we have to tackle that part first. So some of the conversations I done had with some of my young boys, it's been crazy. It's been a madhouse. And you got to know how to break the conversations down, because once you actually get into them, you ain't gonna be able to stop it. It's like a train, and it keep going and it keep going. But some of my boys, like, it be kind of hard for them to talk about it because they might be forced into a place where their parents or guardians don't want them to talk about it, or if they find someone new to finally share it with, they have to be away from those parents. So a lot of the times my boys will wait till they are away from the home till we actually get into some kind of mentorship, or we out doing something in the community for them to actually tell me like why they the way they are. So it's hard. It's really hard.
So okay, give us an example. So when you say your boys, how did the child come to you? He comes to you through the Father Coalition or what? I mean,
So with the Upstate Father Coalition, we do have a mentor program called Ready for Life, where we are targeting kids 14 through 19 through the high school systems, something in that realm. But just with my personal business, I do have like some kind of form application process set up where I'll shoot it out to the parents or however they choose to receive it. What they do is once I get the form, I'll review over it within like a 24, 48 hour base. And then I'll reach out to the parent. But one of the biggest things I do when I do talk to the parents before I meet with them is I want them to be real and raw with me on like why their child need mentorship.
right.
Not because you heard of me or not because you like me. Like, I want to know why your child need mentorship, because that's gonna help me. That's gonna help me plan
Right.
and prep for what I need to. So once they give me the breakdown of what that mentoring service or service is going to look like, then I plan accordingly. Because sometimes those kids just need to be away from the home for them to be able to see something new in their life. Because a lot of times they don't see nothing new that's going on in their life. They always seeing the same thing keep happening.
Right.
It's like erroneous. It's like it keep happening. It keep happening. It
yeah.
keep happening. And they don't get to be themselves. So
Right.
they miss out on the opportunity of having a community fathering like myself, and a mentor that's gonna always be there for life. Because I tell people all the time, I'm not just a mentor, I'm a mentor for life.
No doubt.
So once you connect with me, you already connected. So I'm opening my doors. You got access to me. So that's in a nutshell.
That's another shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have sponsors? Or do you have people that you partner with for your nonprofit?
Yes. So I partner with a few people. Not a whole lot yet. Still going through a whole processing thing with my IRS for as my 501c3. So it's a lot more like programmatic operational things that's going on behind the scenes. But I do have a selective of private donors and private sponsors right now. That's actually sponsoring Kind Mentor.
Well, I got someone that you might want to talk to after the show. He's a good friend of ours, Jay Blankenship.
Great guy. I know exactly who he is. Yes.
Okay.
Talked a couple of months ago.
Well, okay, but there you go. So you talking about your 501c, you talking about all that. Jay's the man for that. You rap to him and tell him what you need. Feel me? Like,
Yes,
don't be afraid to talk to him about that. So, because I was kind of confused a few minutes ago. I'm sorry, I might have got off on the wrong question about, you talking about your boys. I was thinking about your nonprofit, your job. When the young fathers, when they come to you, the court send them to you, right? The court say,
They
well,
do.
okay, well, take this. Okay, here's this guy. Here's Bob. Bob is 20 years old, has 3 children by 3 different women. He's ordered to pay child support. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a high school education. He has, what would you do to help this young man to get on the right track to become a productive father in this kid's life?
So
what would you do?
Me, honestly, how the process will work is when we do get those court affidavits, that's what they call it, affidavits. They'll send this to us, and what we'll do once we receive them, we'll reach out to that father. So we'll be like, hey, this is our orientation on Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 at our office. So how it goes from there is when they come in for our orientation on Wednesday or Friday, we have them bring in the documents, paperwork that they have, and then we'll sit down and actually give them an overview of our program at the Upstate Fatherhood. So then once we start giving them an overview of the program, then we start getting into like what they are actually dealing with. Because a lot of times the services that they are looking for, they want an easy way out. And we be trying to tell them like, hey, we just want you to trust the process and let us give you the correct verbiage of like how the court system is going to actually operate and run things. Because you trying to do it on your own, like,
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. They're gonna run the whole show with you.
Yeah.
So we try to guide them, because we tell them we don't give legal advice. We tell them that we are mandated reporters. So anything that goes on in our organization, we report it as familiarity of what they share with us in the organization. So what we do is we try to prompt them instead of imprompting them to like, hey, this is what they are going to be looking for you to pay, or this is what they're going to look for you to set up. Do you got employment? We ask questions like that. Do you got employment? What is your longest length of time you done had employment? What is your relationship like with your kids? Do you have any restrictions against your kids? So we ask them in-depth questions like that so we can get to know them a little bit more better.
So once you know this person, once you know Bob now,
Okay.
how would you help Bob in this process? I mean, I know you're gonna give him all the questions and all this and the third, the whole scenario of how things are gonna work from the state. But this young man needs some real hands on.
Yep.
Tell me, I mean, how'd you help him out? I mean, what you gonna do? Get some job training?
Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. So we'll help them. We'll help them look for a job. If we just talking about him particularly, help him get a job. Secondly, probably work with him on a resume, so we can get him an enhancement of knowing that he would get a job. so we can put something on his resume where it aligns to what he's looking for as far as employment. Then we'll move forward like that with the job and in the resume. Then we'll make sure that anything for his obligations or deadlines that he have to meet with the courts, we'll make sure that anything that he may be missing on the back end, we'll call for him. Just to save him time, so he won't have to call and be asking a whole bunch of questions. We already have the resources for it, the call. So we'll call, help him out. They have something now with the child support system where you can create a portal. So the portal will pretty much show you where all your funds are being allocated. Are you paying voluntarily, or the court order say that you has to pay?
Go ahead.
So it's things like that. Like we help them set up their portal, etc.
Okay. Now, my question to you though. Now, everything you said has been good. It sounds sweet as a mug. You know what I'm saying? And only thing you did for Bob right now is you got him a resume and a job. Or you got him a resume and you got him a job coming. Suppose he doesn't have any credit profile. He doesn't know anything about credit, because credit is very, 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 very important. It's essential. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys maybe not you, but per se, but the coalition may need to have somebody some credit training over there. You know what I'm saying?
So we have people come in.
Y'all do?
We have people come in. They will do like we call it facilitation.
Okay.
So they'll do like an hour and a half long facilitation. Then we'll pass out brochures and business cards for them to contact whoever did that presentation. But some of the things that we do to hold them accountable is make sure that they go there, that they go see them within that week, because they literally telling them like, hey, like this is my personal contact. If y'all need the help, we want y'all to go see them. But we tell our clients, if you don't do the work and you rely heavily on the Fatherhood Coalition, then like you really ain't getting nowhere. So like if you wanting us to put in the work with you, we need you to meet us halfway too. So pretty much with that credit part, we'll send them over to that business for they can go ahead and get that stuff set up and get it worked on, and then hopefully in that time being we'll be able to see the results that they are looking for.
No doubt. Okay, I'm gonna let you slide because I'm not gonna hold your feet to the damn fire, because I was gonna get. But anyway, it's cool. It's cool. I feel you. I feel you in that. Okay, let me get this question right here. I don't need that one. All right. So I feel like with your nonprofit business, right? What is it that you may need from this community in the surrounding areas that may help you to elevate your business?
Correct.
Your
I
nonprofit.
just talked to someone about this earlier. Talk about it every day. Support.
As in what?
Support. Show
As in
up.
what kind of? Talk to me.
So when I say support, it just being able to support in any way you know how.
Okay,
you don't always have to. You don't have to give money.
That's the main thing.
Objective. Like, it's good to donate and it's good to be able to help out with money, but whenever we are hosting things, or let's just say we have a workshop or a seminar coming up or something like that, just being able to have everyone involvement. We know we ain't gonna get the whole Anderson County involvement, but having some kind of admins there, or having some people that we haven't seen in a long time to just come participate and see what the organization is about. Because a lot of times in our community now, we live in an underserved community. So a lot of stuff that we do see.
This is a very, very, very much underserved community. And
yes,
it's very, very, it's really, really effed up.
Yeah.
All this money going around, all this money out here in Anderson County and the city of Anderson, they got all this damn money out of this motherfucker. And they don't want to give it to none of us. I'm gonna get now. I gotta keep it real. This young black man is helping these kids out here. it wouldn't hurt anybody, especially these city council members, the county council members, to come and lay some donations down, because we all know how the world revolves around motherfucking money. You feel me? I mean, in and out. I'm sorry I had to get. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but
do you?
But these nonprofits, especially this young man in Anderson County, come on, man, y'all got the bread. Y'all here building bridges and roads and shit. Y'all out here y'all got here talking about y'all fixing the roads, potholes and shit. Y'all making the fucking dog parks and shit. How many dogs can y'all have in the park? I mean, I'm being real. I mean, but y'all ain't keeping it. Y'all ain't. But this young man is helping save other young black kids. Unless y'all don't care about that. Oh my God, though, y'all building a damn new jail. Y'all building a new kind of jail. I forgot about this shit, dog. Oh, my bad. I know where your money going to now. Suck your ass. But anyway, I'm sorry, partner. I ain't mean to get in like that. But
it's realness, man. It's real.
Like that,
it's real though.
Yeah.
Like, and anybody that becomes offended to it is just in their own head about it. Yeah. But it's real though, man. I say it all the time, man. I done had moments where I was like, you know what? Maybe the mentoring ain't for me. Maybe we can let the district handle this. Maybe we can let the school system handle it. The group homes, DJJ. Let's be real for anybody that's listening. But the saddest part about it is what I see is all the time. If you gonna involve your kids in sports where they traveling or they're in-house in their community, and you spending $500 to a band to make sure that they are like dripped out, get some mentor services. That's the elite part of it.
Right.
Like, make sure they know how to clean their room. Like, make sure that they know personal and social etiquette. Like, it be things like that the kids don't know, but the parents defend it so much to the point it's like, well, we don't care what kind mentoring or XAVIER got going on. Like, I'm going with such and such at because I've been knowing them for almost 30 years. That don't mean nothing. That it doesn't mean nothing at all. Especially when it comes down to having kids suited and ready to, take on the world so they can be the next generation. So when we all get up out of here, we just want to chill and retire, like they already prepared. So it be little things like that I see that take place all the time that we don't always speak on. So
no doubt, man, no doubt. I see this one question right here. I don't need that one. Okay, give me your. Who's probably your most influential community leader of all time?
I got many, but I got to shout out this guy, man, Don Peppers.
DP, yes. What's up, man? I met you.
Don Peppers.
I met Don one time. I don't know him.
Oh man, I don't even.
One time.
This show could probably go on for 4 hours. Don Peppers is my guy. Shout out to Proverbs mentoring and everything that he's doing with the youth and putting on for Pendleton, South Carolina, man. But Don Peppers is my guy. Okay. He the one that got me into mentorship. I'm gonna laugh on that every time I think of him. Mentorship started with him, and then it rubbed off on me.
Okay.
Just hearing his name and so much stuff, man, and how he give back and how he make sure that like God is first, and he's a family guy. And then he also, just come back and give back to, Anderson County just for itself. And he just anonymous to it. Like, he don't need the credit for it. So Don, man, he's been a big influence in my life. He done showed me the ins and outs of mentoring. He done pointed me into the right directions of who to go talk to and, who does what and stuff like that. So he pretty much a jack of all trades, man. And I'm following right along his footsteps, man. So I appreciate him for putting me in this position.
No doubt.
Okay. Her son now, is he too young?
So for my organization, kind mentoring, I take kids 10 through 19, but tell her she can still get in contact with me. I'll see if I can work some stuff out with her.
That's what's up. So, come on now, you get me done. I know some other people influence you too now.
Yes, Kevin Norris. That's my second one.
Okay, Kevin Norris. I know.
Kevin Norris
one time
with,
too.
Red Velvet Cafe. Kevin Norris, he's I don't know how to say it, but Kevin Norris, he always tell me all the time that this is my young brother, or you gonna be next mayor, or you gonna be some kind of city or county officials.
Okay.
He tell me this all the time, man, and I laugh because I was like, man, don't boost me up like that. But he always speak life into me.
That's what's up.
Like regardless if I'm dealing with anything, I know for a fact Kevin Norris is he gonna be right there.
That's great, bro.
Yes.
That's great. Cause I heard his name was very, very popular 5-10 years ago around Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Doing some things in the community, which I met him like one time, man. Of all the times I've been out here, I met Kevin Norris like one time. He's a good dude. You feel me? He's a real good dude.
Sure.
Nobody else?
Oh, man, it's a lot. Sam, his name's Samuel Summers, Devontae Pondexter. There's a lot of cats. It's a lot. My mind can keep going, but it's a lot of those that done just played that big role in my life, man, and I can't thank them enough.
That's what's up.
For what they do.
You didn't say Dr. King or anybody, so I was trying to see if you're going to say Dr. King or Jesse Jackson, but you didn't say none of them, so I didn't know. You feel me? I didn't. Just trying to, you know what I'm saying? All right, so when you was at Morris College, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going from Anderson to Morris College, well, Sumter's a small town anyway. What was the transition like?
Transition was totally
easy?
different.
Yeah.
It looked totally different. When I got up to Sumter, it was like a whole different life. Because first of all, I was on my own, so you had to get it how you live. Hey, listen, I had to just like understand that. Hey, listen, don't call mom, don't call dad all the time.
Right.
You finna figure out this whole life thing. So the people that I was around, they kept me going. I met some real good people there.
So you were there as a student, but you were being mentored by other people at the same time, in a sense, right?
At the same time, absolutely.
So that goes to show you how important it is, to have someone that you pour into, and then they receive that, and then they pour it into somebody else.
Yep.
And then it goes on and on.
Yep.
That's very key. It's very key. Very, very key. Got another question for you. Now we spoke earlier about your football team, about the Colts, but I ain't gonna get on that no more.
Leave my Colts alone.
Colts, sorry, bro. They're not sorry, man. They just,
Indianapolis, man.
well, you got your boy back there, quarterback now. Old school from the Ravens.
Oh, Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, definitely. Joe Flacco was good.
He threw that thing.
Yeah. Joe Flacco he's still doing his thing.
Still.
I wish we could get Andrew Luck back, but that's for
Man,
another
Luck.
story too.
Yeah, Luck
was my guy too.
Yeah, Luck had a little some stuff going on with him. So you got your nonprofit. You work for a nonprofit. You have any other endeavors that you're trying to build, or any other kind of things you're trying to do? I heard you say something about mayor. You got that kind of ambition?
Whenever, if the time presents.
What you mean if the time?
I'm gonna
the time
be real.
is now.
Hey, look, if the time presents it,
the time. I mean, whatever. Chop want to be mayor too. Maybe y'all can work something out. Y'all could be mayor together, pro tem, work it out. But we need some new leadership.
Yeah,
Period.
we do. We need some more younger bodies in these seats. So that's
City
all.
council, county council. We need some more. We need some more black, young leadership. Period. You feel me?
Yeah. But my mind is there. I've been talking to a few people, and they helping me work some things out. But I am looking to get in those type of seats. I don't know which one it may be.
Don't be scared.
But I'm
bro.
gonna pray and fasting on it. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Don't be scared, bro. Go out there. Put that damn vest on. Put that armor on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Go out there and get it.
Yeah.
One of the cats that you didn't mention, I don't know if you know him or not. This guy, Mr. Tarrant. You know Mr. Tarrant?
Tarrant.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
His last name Tarrant.
Probably not seen this.
Marion Tarrant.
I don't
Know
know
him? See, when you do your history around Anderson, you need to look him up because he's a very influential person around Anderson.
Okay.
Mr. Tarrant is he used to take. Matter of fact, he had a basketball team that he used to travel team that he had. Bobby McGowan was on the team. Sean Elliott's on the team. I'm sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to mention your name, dog. Chad Bozeman. All these guys play. All these guys play with Mr. Tarrant. And Mr. Tarrant, he parlayed that. He was doing things for the community, and he parlayed that into some things that he has a thing called, I want to say, Men at Work. That's a nonprofit.
Yes.
Come on.
But I don't know him. But yeah, I definitely know Men at Work.
Men at Work.
Yeah,
See what
I
I'm saying?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get connected with him.
Yeah. And he's one of the OGs out here. I mean, when you say OG, he's one of those big dogs. You feel me?
Your mama said Mr. Terrence very good man.
There you go. There you go.
And I don't know.
And you got to talk to him, bro. you got to talk to him because he's one of the cats. I remember him being in Westview Heights in the Heights every time in the neighborhood where I'm from in the Heights. He used to be there with the kids all the time.
Man,
They call him Pumpkin.
I don't know how this name ain't ringing a bell, and I know a lot of people. So yeah, I'm gonna get connected with him though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my research,
man, because he's very he knows all things when it comes down to the community and how to move in and out of it.
Yes,
all things.
I need it.
Yeah. Let's see. We talked about that. You got any kids?
No kids.
No kids. Okay. You don't want to be a father?
I do.
You do?
I do.
So did some of those? I guess maybe did some of those dads that came into the Fatherhood Coalition? Did some of those kind of cats kind of scare you away from fatherhood?
Yeah, I done seen all sides.
Yeah.
Some of them come in there all over the place, but you have the ones that come in there and they just straightforward like, this is what's going on with me, and I take accountability for my actions. I'm ready to be a better dad.
That's what's
so. Knowing I can hear that, that made me feel better. But on the other side, I done seen some of them that just come in there and they all over the place, like
play around like that, man.
Yeah, and they do it for so long, like they'll know at some point, like he'll catch on, like he know I'm playing around.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
But long as they at least try to come get the help, we ain't gonna never close the doors on them, lock the doors up. So
right,
as long as they come in the door and they can know about the Fatherhood Coalition, and they know that, you know, our staff or coworkers, we in there trying to help each other and help them. It's cool.
Okay, cool. So maybe I'm giving an idea. The next time you get ready to have your event for your own nonprofit, let us know.
Okay.
We'll come through and we'll sponsor something. You know what I'm saying? We'll sponsor a table. I mean, whatever. I don't even know what you actually do and everything, but I want to find out because I have children. I have older children. I have younger children. But I do want to get involved with you on this, man.
Let's do it.
I know Chop has kids. You know what I'm saying? He has girls. Maybe we can get together, man, and sponsor your event because I would love doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to find out what we can do. What you got planned next?
I'll finna jump right into that. So what I'm working on, I'm actually working on a seminar.
Okay.
It's called Who Got Game?
Who Got Game?
So pretty much this will be around healthy communications, and just building a healthy self. So this will be around teen males and females. So the concept of the Who Got Game is being able to set up different modules wherever we host the event at, and we see how kids communicate with each other and a young lady or with a young man. So, for example, it might be in the back corner, you might have a dinner reservation conversation. Then you might have over here on the other side is, how do you handle yourself when an argument is about to happen? Or how do you conduct yourself when you at a business function, or if you at the table with a bunch of execs? Things like that. So they'll be able to, it's like a circuit. So it'll be a circuit where they'll be able to sit at all these tables where it's a module that'll be prompt to them, and they'll be able to put themselves in a demo mode, a demonstration.
So what you're saying is, so they ain't gotta get ready. They can always be ready.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. That's great, man. Let us know, man, when you get ready to get that, you know what I'm saying, going, because I feel like maybe the Civic Center should be able to let you get one of those venues up there at the Civic Center. I mean, come on now. You feel me?
Yep.
Something somewhere, you feel me?
Yep.
To pull this whole thing off. Like I said, man, you let us know.
Okay.
We'll come through and make something work with you, man.
Most definitely.
We'll bring the cameras out and everything.
please
do a whole situation, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Because I feel like, man, this is gonna be something that you still young. You kind of young, so you're gonna be here for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to say that you had to think that it should grow. It's gonna grow.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So let's make it grow, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can do, Atown podcast show or the podcast room here, just let us know, man.
Okay.
Let's get it going,
real, man.
Don't hesitate, bro. Don't be like, man, I ain't want to do it. I ain't, don't do that, man.
I got you.
Reach out, man, cause it's some things that we can do, some things that we know, and people that we know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So just keep it a buck on that. You know what I'm saying?
I will.
You know what I'm saying? So let's make that shake.
Appreciate that.
I don't know. One more question to you. Church is very, very, very powerful to you, right?
It is.
How has the church involvement now? I know personally that when I was younger, the church involvement in the community was very, very strong, very, very positive, very, very deep and entrenched. But now I don't think it's that way anymore. What role has the community or what role has the church not played in your nonprofit, or has it played a good role in your profit?
It actually played a great role in my nonprofit.
Okay.
So first, I do go to King David Baptist Church.
Okay.
Pastor Goldsmith, shout out to him.
Okay.
Look, again, Pastor Goldsmith, that's my guy. But I was baptized in August.
Okay.
Out there, so some things that they done kind of like helped me with and played a big part of it. And it's just supporting me to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
They have gave me the opportunity if I do want to have something like an event, or if I just want to do something with the church kids, that the doors always be open at the church for me to be able to host and do things with, just the church family itself. But they done played a real big part in my life, and just churches in general, for as like you said, things look totally different when you walk into the churches now, because it's like, do you go into the churches and you get the meaningful part of God you serving itself, and is it purposeful for you? But not in a sense of like, well, it's a Sunday or a Wednesday thing where I show up to church and I get the word, I hear the good music, but I turn around and I go back to doing the same thing that I've been doing with no results.
Right.
So that's how they played a big part in my life, is being able to be in the church doors, being in the church house, getting the great worship music, getting the prayer, and being able to talk to my pastor and other affiliators that's in the church as well, to see how they can help me build my business, and seeing where they can be a helping hand. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, man. That's a very good church around here. I don't go to church, but I heard good things about that church.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we need to get them coins in so you can get these kids some help, though. I mean, just keep it real. We can do all the praying, and then I'm not saying that prayer doesn't work, but to really make a difference, you're gonna I'm not saying you, but as overall, the help's gonna come from raising money and then making things happen from that point. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Yeah.
You know? So we want to try to facilitate that. You know what I'm saying? Like get the ball. I'm not saying you know already rolling anything. I'm just saying, but if we can help you out.
Yeah. No, I'm always room for it.
Yeah.
There's always room for growth, and just like I tell anybody, I'm a sponge, man. So you got one time to tell me something that's a good idea or to help me, I'm gonna take it and run with it.
No doubt.
That's just me.
That's what's up, man. Okay. Well, Mr. Smith, I don't know what time it is. It's Sunday, man. I know football on. I'm that
football on.
Football is on, man.
That kitchen going down with some food.
I know football on now, but I ain't got no food to eat though. I will offer you some cereal or something, bro. Ain't no cereal here though.
I'll bring you some. That's how we come.
Hey, man. But it's been real, man. And I thank you for this time though on Sunday, man. Like just coming in. Well, actually reaching out.
Yeah.
That was I like that. You know what I'm saying? You reached out and you. Because, man, I didn't know you, and I know something about you now. So when I have some cats come on here, or when I meet some cats in life that are going through some things, I can point them towards you. Absolutely. As far as the Father Coalition goes, and then if I know some troubled teens or some teens that might need some mentorship, now I know who to go to with you. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, bro, I didn't know about your mentorship. I had no idea.
It's
You know what I'm saying? I had no idea at all.
It's definitely
so
that, man.
So brand it, man. I mean, get out here and brand it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, get out here. I mean, I'm not saying that you haven't done it already, but just go ahead and brand it, man. You know, brand it. Come in here many times you want to, and when we need to. You want a commercial done, I mean, whatever. You feel me? Just all right.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, everybody. That's our time for today. I want to welcome once again Mr. Xavier Smith. His nonprofit is
Kind Mentoring.
Kind Mentoring. So, tell you how to reach you, man.
Y'all can reach out to me on Facebook at Kind Mentoring. You can reach out to me again on Instagram at Kind Mentoring. And then you can email me at kindmentoring23@gmail.com. And you can contact me at 864-824-0660.
That's him. Mr. Xavier Smith. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. It's a Sunday episode.